Hello, I'm Sam Breen, and I am indeed the Chief Compliance Officer for Relativity6. But in order to get the job, I had to also work full-time as a business development associate, so see me at the table afterwards. We're Relativity6, and we're the customer retention engine. So what is it that we do? Well, our co-founders met while studying at MIT, and they did a graduate thesis on the kind of behavioral economics behind unresponsive customers, or customer churn, which is something that all retailers are familiar with. They looked at this problem, and they found that transactional customer relationships seem to be at the heart of the problem between customer churn. Here's the money, here's the product, adios, and there wasn't much more after that. And this sort of led to higher customer churn than those relationships that were a little bit more personal in nature. Most retailers have an idea about this. They have off-the-shelf churn models to analyze their own churn. They measure it against industry competitors, internal models. They use primarily data inputs that they have gathered themselves. That's been our observation. But they don't utilize all their data internally. So they might be using CRM data, but they're not necessarily using call log data from their customer relations systems. So we have found, and this has been substantiated by Bain in this nice publication, that most businesses can get about a 70% accuracy rate on their customer churn projections. So this is where we come along. We take that information that those businesses are using, and we combine that information with external data. And through our system of machine learning algorithms, we offer a product that combines the internal data with external data to identify relevant churn and purchase signals. So we pride ourselves on being able to get a greater than 80% accuracy rate once our models have been deployed. So we have found that this prediction, the difference in the prediction accuracy, this 10 to 30% prediction, can equal a churn of less than a half or 1% reduction in churn, which translate economically into $5 to $10 million for a big box retailer. Again, here's a little bit about our model. The external data, we use all public data that is vital statistics. We don't troll for data or anything like that, but we use trend level data from marriage, real estate, transaction weather, economic data, plus the internal data that companies are already using. Then we run it through our proprietary algorithms to get three outputs: a propensity to lapse, a propensity to be won back, and a product recommendation for either of those customers. We integrate into APIs into CRM systems because we found that is the most efficient way for most of our customers. No one wanted a standalone system, so you can see here an integration with a Salesforce API with our recommendations in the top and some on the bottom. Here's a case study. This was our first customer, West Elm. We did a mailing with them with 5 years of customer data, which was 10 million customer records. And our recommendations in a bespoke catalog mailer versus their controlled and the regular one they would have sent out equal a 250% increase in revenue. Our technical architecture is all cloud-based, so we're totally scalable. Our largest client has 40 billion customer records that we're analyzing. And these are just a smattering of the retail businesses that we're working with. Here are a few of our partners, and it seems as though that I'm out of time. So here's Marvin waving goodbye, and thanks everyone for coming, and feel free to see me at the table afterwards if you like any questions.